Suddenly God spoke to him and said, "Don't hurt this cat. I sent it to you because it is pregnant. It needs to have its babies in a safe place." I've told my story of God sending a Calico mother cat into my backyard where she had her kittens. The cat's mind, because it is feral, didn't trust humans. God explained to this cat that it needed to trust me in order to survive. Going back about 35 years, I had a friend who was a pastor of a Convalescant Ministry. I used to play the piano for them and also taught Bible studies. The pastor had an unusual and rare gift. He could hear God's voice audibly. One day, he opened the front door to his apartment, and an alley cat rushed into his home. It ran straight for his bedroom and hid under the bed. He was not particularly fond of cats. You could not refer to him as a cat person. He quickly grabbed a broom and started towards the bed in the den. He was going to drive the cat out of the apartment. Suddenly God spoke to him and said, "Don't hurt this cat. I sent it to your home because it is pregnant. She needs to have her kittens in a safe place." The pastor stopped dead in his tracks and replied to the Lord, "Okay, Lord, I promise I won't hurt the cat." The Lord then said to him, "Once the litter is old enough, you can ask people in this apartment building if they want any kittens. They will take all the kittens from you." Once all the kittens are placed in the nearby apartments, the mother cat will leave your apartment and move on. The pastor told his wife about this when she arrived at home that night. She was more than happy to take care of the mother cat. She fed her and made a warm little nest for her to deliver her babies. The mother went into labor and delivered a healthy litter. About 10 weeks later, after the kittens had been nursed for long enough, they were ready for adoption. The pastor's wife knocked on all the apartment doors in the building, offering free kittens. They were all scooped up by different tenants. Right after the last kitten was given away, the mother cat went to the front door and waited for it to open. One of the family members let her out. She took off down the street. I myself once rescued a ginger cat. This ginger would walk up and down the sidewalks and visit people. He would return home at night, eat dinner, and go to sleep. The next morning he would head out again. But one time he did not return for 3 days. My wife told me that something was wrong because Sunkist had not returned. I decided to call the pastor and ask him to see if God could help me get Sunkist back. The pastor prayed and then saw a vision of a young woman who fell in love with Sunkist and decided to keep him. Even though he was wearing a tag with my phone number, she decided not to call me. God spoke to this woman's heart and she ended up releasing Sunkist. Sunkist returned 1 hour later. Years later, he passed away from cancer. Surgery could not save him. I shared several years with Sunkist. I would have lost him much earlier to that lady had she not released him. Sometimes, cats come to us like a gift from God, so we need to embrace and respect them. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for listening and goodbye.